Hey now, welcome back Pokemon trainers. This is your friendly neighborhood Bulldoze, and today we are at the Pokemon Video Game Challenge, Pokemon Video Game Premier Challenge Sceptile Series number 3 at Outpost 2000 in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We're in round 3, and on the bottom of your screen you'll see Curtis Cousins. On the top you'll have Landon Williams. Looks like Curtis is coming in with Landorus Therian, Thundurus Regular, Heatran, Suicune, Sylveon, and Scissor. Landon is coming in with Politoed, Kabutops, Manectric, Gastrodon, Tornadus, and Breloom. We saw Landon in the last couple of rounds. He seems to, his team seems to be built around Politoed's Drizzle ability, which puts rain into the field for pretty much the entire battle. Curtis we haven't seen yet, but his team seems to be a fairly standard mix. Lots of very powerful Pokemon. Doesn't look like he has a Mega Evolved Pokemon. No, Scissor. I apologize. Scissor is his Mega Evolved. Looks like Curtis is starting off with Thundurus, Sylveon, and Scissor. And I can't see who the fourth one is, though it looks like Suicune is going to be the fourth. Taking back Sylveon and Scissor. I'm not sure how he's going to start that, but Landorus is just a big old beat stick. He's definitely bringing in Thundurus because he knows that Landon's team is Drizzle based. He's going to start with Thundurus, Scissor, Thundurus and Scissor. We haven't seen what Landon's going to start with, so it's definitely going to be something with Politoed in it. So, battle start. Both teams have chose 4 of their 6 Pokemon to bring into this double battle. Start off with Kabutops and Politoed, which we saw last round, and we're also going to start with Suicune and Thundurus Regular. Politoed's Drizzle makes the rain come down, increases the effect of water-type attacks. Thundurus is going to try and drop down a Thunder Wave. It looks like he's targeting the Kabutops, while Suicune looks like he's thinking Scald on the Kabutops. So he's just trying to incapacitate Kabutops and hope that Politoed doesn't switch. So Politoed does switch, probably into Manectric. So Curtis did select correctly. He predicted the, but didn't matter because Manectric has Lightning Rod, which draws all Lightning type attacks. Rock Slide drops down Thundurus into the red, though it's Citrus Berry, brings it right back up. Scald onto Kabutops, brings it down to about a third, maybe a quarter of its HP remaining. We go back to move choice. Thundurus is going to try and swagger onto the Kabutops. Why would you drop that onto Kabutops? You're just going to try and knock it out, aren't you? Here goes Swagger the Manectric, right? There we go. And Suicune, it looks like he's going to switch out. Or he's just going to knock out the Kabutops. I would say knocking out the Kabutops is not a bad move at this point. Kabutops is a big beat stick, and he already dropped the Thundurus into very low HP territory. If Kabutops is allowed to attack again, it's going to knock out the Thundurus. So, it looks like Curtis has selected both of his attacks while Landon is still selecting. Should be trying to keep these two within about 60 seconds or so, but it's kind of impossible for us to legislate that at a Premier Challenge level. Manectric is going to Mega Evolve, and it's probably going to just protect. Intimidate is going to drop down the attack of both Thundurus and Suicune, which isn't going to matter very much because they're both special attack based. Swagger is going to confuse Manectric, but raise its attack by 2 levels, which might seem a little counterproductive until you remember that that confusion is based off physical attack. The Rock Slide is going to knock out Kabutops. Confusion on Manectric. He's going to use the Thunderbolt and either knock out the Suicune or get very close. Nope, Suicune is knocked out. So now Curtis is down to his last 2 Pokemon. Looks like I see a Scissor and a Sylveon left. Scissor's going to Mega Evolve. Bug Bite the Manectric. I didn't see what Sylveon's attack was. So it's very likely going to be a defensive move. From what I've seen, Sylveon is a big defending Pokemon. Manectric gets withdrawn, which should clear off the confusion effect, while Politoed comes in. Scissor Mega Evolves. Uses Bullet Punch. Oh, we still have to wait. I'm not sure if Scissor is the first one to attack in this. Sylveon uses Helping Hand, which will increase Kabutops' attack. Not Kabutops. Scissor's attack. Rock Slide comes in, hits Sylveon only, it looks like. Scissor uses Bug Bite, and that's going to knock out Politoed. Politoed is knocked out, and Landon is down to 3 Pokemon remaining. We have not seen... we've only seen his Manectric. We don't know what his 4th Pokemon is in this battle. So we've got Scissor and Sylveon. They should both be at or close to full HP, and there comes a Breloom. So Scissor looks like he's going to Protect and possibly Hyper Voice. I don't even know what Hyper Voice does, but it might just be a double Protect at this point. Or a Hyper Voice. Nope, yep, I saw a Hyper Voice come through. That's probably not going to knock out the Kabutops. So Scissor drops Protect. Kabutops uses Waterfall, Scissor protects. Breloom uses Spore onto Sylveon. Sylveon is now asleep and it can't use the Hyper Voice that it wanted to use during this turn. So now we're back to move selection, and Scissor really needs to knock out something this turn. I saw Bullet Punch come through, Helping Hand. He's hoping that the Sylveon will wake up, which it won't. Scissor uses Bullet Punch, Bug-type attack onto the Breloom. It gets down to 2/3 of its HP. Waterfall onto Scissor. Going to deal about 2/3 of its HP also. Kabutops faints from self-damage. What was it using? It was holding a Life Orb. Has Swift Swim. I don't know why it would be taking damage from all of its attack. Manectric comes back out. So we got Manectric and Breloom versus Sylveon and Scissor. Manectric's Intimidate drops down both of Curtis's Pokemon's attacks by 1 level. Scissor's going to come in with probably a Bullet Punch onto Breloom. Well, Sylveon wants to protect, more than likely. Or Hyper Voice. So, Scissor's fast asleep. Manectric uses Flamethrower. That's going to knock out the Scissor. Sylveon's probably still going to be asleep. Breloom uses Bullet Seed, which for 1, 2, 3, 4 times, Sylveon is knocked out, and Landon wins this game by a score of, I believe, 2 Pokemon to none. Let's just double check on the final screen. So Landon wins the final game by a score of 2 Pokemon to none. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time.